What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the Gameblot, back with some more Stellaris as part of our Let's Learn series with Roxas.
Hello.
We've bumped our game speed up a little bit just to sort of try and get some stuff started. I've built a second science ship and I'm surveying Barnard's star currently, while my other one researches the Sol system.
So you're under the Bernard star, right?
I'm above Barnard's star basically at
Yeah.
this point. Just going to build another science ship quickly because I actually want to get some stuff out of the way. Like, I want to start researching Alpha Centauri because I believe I can actually settle that planet.
Oh yeah, and this is actually an important thing to think about. When you look at a planet and
Yep.
you then look at the size of it.
Yep.
Whenever you look, the size is very important because that determines that determines how good it is compared to your militaries and
So what am I
no,
looking? Am I looking at planet size? So, like, for instance, Alpha Centauri 1 has a planet size of 17.
yes, I'm just gonna pause for this.
The tooltip indicates
Basically,
that it has like 17 surface tiles.
yeah, 17. That means it's good because then it has 17 population it can have on it.
Okay.
The thing you want to,
Yep.
and that's good because there's different modifiers. Also, I talked a bit about modifiers for Unity. One of them is planets. The more planets you have, the more Unity you need to do before you can make a tradition.
Yep.
Because there's more area you need to have. You need to unify and create a tradition.
Okay.
The same with population. There's also the same for. So the more population you have, the harder it is to make a tradition, which makes sense. 2 people having a tradition is easier to create than 20 people.
Okay, because the tradition basically requires an agreement across the board.
Yeah, and basically like
2 people
a habit
agreeing is easier than 20 people agreeing. Right, I get you. I get you now.
Yeah, and then there's also science, which also get affected by the amount of people and the amount of planets you own.
Okay.
So, and I cannot remember on top the specific multiplier. I think it is 4 for every single planet. If you click on the science tab and then hover over the cost, later it will then tell you how much after your home planet. It will then tell you the modifier, how much extra it costs for every planet, and that
This is under
technology. And then hover over the cost, which is under the plus whatever percentage you have on research.
Okay, so cost is a base of 360.
Yeah. Later,
54 months. When I have more planets, that changes, and it'll tell me the cost change dependent on how many planets and what those. Is it also dependent on what those planets have on them, or is it
no,
just the planets?
just the planets and the population, which is why you don't want to go for low-sized planet, because then you will have more cost than you potentially could get out of the population by building science buildings.
Yep.
So therefore, the sweet spot is about 16, because then you can have both enough for Unity production, energy, minerals, and also science.
Okay.
So you can have a good sweet spot between all of the items. That's just a thing to notice.
Sure.
Now I'm going to unpause.
Cool. Thank you. I just started building another construction ship to get some stuff started. Leader has gained a trait, skill +2.
Oh yeah, and I just got a bad event.
Oh, lovely. Barnard's star has been surveyed. Leader has gained a thing, and another the Sol system has been fully surveyed as well. All right. Science ship, research project. Fair enough. Another construction boat. I want to go to... Oh. Let's go to Titan and build a mining station. Alright, now if I head off to Barnard's Star... Okay, so you're doing a thing there. My other science ships are all doing a thing. You are moving. You're in Sol, and you're in there. You're in there. Where are you? You're in... That one. You are not doing a thing. Right, so I've had to recruit a couple of... scientists. Many minerals, good for us, sell the extra ore. As our mining drones are doing their endless search for minerals, one such drone stumbled upon a very large cave system filled with minerals. Wow, okay, so energy credits or minerals. In this case, what is it more preferential to grab when you have events like that?
Right now, minerals is better because you can then create more things.
Fair enough. An M-type star. Incredible. 1+ stars studied. Physics research gains 80. Okay, that's very cool. What are you doing? Okay, you're researching a G-class star, and you are not doing anything. So come out here and survey the Alpha Centauri system. A G-type star. Amazing! Physics gains another 80, and I've actually done a tradition. All right, for my first tradition as a newbie, what would you suggest that I grab?
Science, the physics one.
Physics.
Discovery. Because that gives you more events. It also gives you some perks, like the leader skill +1.
Okay, so discovery tradition. So to boldly go, planetary survey corps, polytechnic education, faith in science, and science division. Yeah, okay, and also I'm seeing that, like recruitment cost.
If you hover over the adopt button, or just anywhere on the discovery tab, you can see that it has an adopt effect and a finisher effect. Which is also some side things it does. Like whenever we finish discovery, we will get a flat 10% research speed.
Research station build cost is reduced by 33%. That's nice. I wish I'd known about that before I built that research station.
It's sometimes hard to figure out
if
it's gonna
I built a research station on Triton, and it's like, you can adopt something, and then I saw the adoption thing, and I was like, bugger. Negative balance. I'm losing energy credits. Right, it's because I have too many buildings.
Yeah, then it's better to build some energy credits. Sometimes it is also good to just build over a tile. I said last time that it's good to focus on that, or like to focus on that. Sometimes you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
And then you will, if you destroy the building, if I remember correctly, it's been a while since I've done it. But if you then remove the building that is strong, you still keep the bonus.
Yeah.
So you don't lose flat out if you build something above on it.
Fair enough. Okay, so I've started clearing some of my sprawling sums to make way for me to make more energy. I have also discovered the Ute Empire.
Oh,
we've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Alpha Centauri Va. Our scientists think they inhabited this region of stars roughly 6 million years ago. Based upon the age of the artifacts, the aliens called themselves the Ute and appear to have been very large and flat arthropod analogues. It seems a single individual could reach a length of nearly 100 meters as an adult, and was apparently exceedingly rare for more than 2 or 3 Ute to travel aboard the same starship. Okay, so they were fairly solitary. begins the precursors. It's an event chain. Interesting.
Yeah, this is an event chain that very rare, but it's what you would say a medium gain or medium mid-game stuff too.
Okay,
So
so basically, every time you recover an artifact, it furthers this situation, event chain, basically. Okay, cool.
Basically, it was an empire that once lived, one of many empires that once lived, but then suddenly disappeared, and then you're trying to discover what happened to them through artifacts you randomly find. They can sometimes be very hard to find, and sometimes you never find out what happens because you don't find the precursors.
Okay. Mining
but
station.
It gives very good things
Negative
if
balance.
you manage to finish it.
Yep, fair enough. I'm going to build a mining station for the energy credits on Sol. It's basically the sun. Fair enough. Alright, we can unpause now and go back up to speed 2. I would assume the arrows are how much speed you have, essentially. So 2 arrows is fast, 3 arrows is very fast, 4 arrows is basically maxing it out.
3 hours. 3 arrows is the fastest.
Oh, fair enough. I guess you don't want things to move too quickly.
Yeah, it's basically when it... And sometimes it's just nice to look at the space battles in slow motion.
Looking at everything in slow-mo. This light blue star, an A-type, is relatively young compared to the other stars amongst the brightest. They are large, rotate very quickly, and will eventually slow down and turn into a red giant given a few million years. Research complete. Sweet. Solar panel network done. Thinking databanks uplinks. Nice. Fair enough. You are on Cirrus A. I want you to survey this system. Done. The construction ship. Just come back there. You're doing a thing, you're doing a thing, you're doing a thing, you're doing a thing. You have researched that. We are now making +1 credits. We have unemployed populations.
Yeah, that's basically if you have a button that is empty but nothing to work there.
Alright,
So
and I'm going to build... Yeah, I'm going to build a power plant on a power tile and move a population into it so that when that finished building, they are employed. That actually... Okay, so that doesn't build quick, but it does, like, when they're inhabited, it does a thing. Cool. In a desert terrain, I think... I don't have the stuff for it actually right now. Let's not build anything right now. Engineering research is done. Spaceport level 2, I guess?
I'm just deciding to research you.
Ah, you're researching me. I see.
Yeah.
Alpha Centauri system has been fully researched. Fully surveyed, rather. Research the anomaly.
Also, apparently I have heresy in my kingdom. Or my empire, they have turned their backs on the faith and now is attacking me.
That's a terrible, terrible thing.
Yes, so now they have to be destroyed.
Fair enough. You know what? I'm going to pause my societal tech and I'm going to investigate the beta aliens.
I would... is that the other one?
I've got both going. Basically within like 3 days of each other at this point. He may have missed the boat ever so slightly. Imperium fleets.
One of them will be cancelled because I'm researching you.
Surface has finished its construction. Oh right, on Terra.
And now one of your armies is in my capital.
Oh, your capital is Videron.
Wait, what happened?
So your capital city, basically. Communications have established. We are receiving a transmission from the Forgotten Land. They appear to have successfully translated our language. Diplomatic channels are now open, and all hostilities between us have ceased for the moment. Played by Roxas. Yeah. Right. Interesting. Influence gained. Sweet. We share the same divine heritage. First alien encounter. The news that we've encountered intelligent alien life, particularly Xenos, have a level of technology similar to our own, indicating that we achieved spaceflight at roughly the same time. This changes everything. A leader has gained a level. Nice. And system surveyed.
This was a very bad battle.
What did you battle?
Something twice my strength.
I see.
But that was also unfair. They had a battleship, which is basically the highest tier of army you can have.
It's the 4th Armada.
So I guess I have to build up my army because yeah, that one was strong.
Research project. Alright, well you are inside here. You've researched everything here. You've done all the things. Oh, Ceres 3 is actually inhabitable. Nice. I need to go up to that one. And let's go survey the system. An F-type star, white dwarf. Nice.
Oh, I did. That's good.
I have researched this system. Which means you need to go up to here and survey that one. You are surveying, and you are surveying. Nice. Cirrus. Cirrus A. Cirrus 3 has a thing.
Oh, you destroyed one of them. Some cultists?
Did I?
Either you or someone else did.
I think someone else did, because all of my fleets are nowhere near you. Crystalline entities. Crap. Reports of strange, free-floating crystal-like objects observed in certain systems have been investigated. The ship-sized objects and their slightly smaller but equally crystal-like satellites at first appeared inert, but sudden shifts in their orientation relative to our ships and new energy signatures emerging from within the prisms indicate that they are reacting to the presence of human ships. Issue a special project for remote study of the crystals, or we expect our fleets to break them apart.
Yes, I know this is a bit unfair, but I would say a remote study because you can gain an imperial modifier for it.
Yep, fair enough. I have capped out on food as well. Alright, so researched that system. Let's go up to here.
Yeah, and and that is the thing I talked about with benefits for it, because when you are capped out on food, your population grows faster because it's essentially have an overflow.
Okay, so when you reach your cap, your population grows quickly, and when you're stockpiling, there's barely any growth because the food is being stockpiled.
No, the food they just grow normally. It's if you don't have any food. Which is why sometimes it's better just to wait that longer before you have that modifier.
Tech as research, propaganda broadcasts, noish.
Yeah,
Let's go terraforming, I guess.
Yeah, the propaganda. If you click on your home planet, just on the planet summary. You can see there's one thing called Governor tab and the Edict list. Click on the Edicts list.
Edicts. Yep. Information quarantine, encouragatory thought, physics, society, and engineering research grants.
Not there, but that is where you can. That's the Empire modifier. I'm talking. Click on your home planet or a single planet you own.
Okay.
Then on the first tab there is planet
yep,
summary.
and edicts list.
Yes. Click on that.
Yep, clicked.
there you have some different things that last for about 10 years. You have the reduction, re-education campaigns, propaganda podcast, broadcast, land of opportunity, infrastructure projects, and spiritual unity.
Okay.
Those are the different events or different edicts you can do. Basically, you're telling this planet to focus, or the government to focus on doing this for the planet, like
Yep.
Propaganda, broadcast propaganda. It does cost influence.
Yep, I can see that.
And then it lasts for 10 years, but then they will be more happy for 10 years, basically because you're telling everything is well and everything is going right, only telling positive things.
Fair enough. Right, so just to practice with this, I'm going to enable propaganda broadcasts. So that's active. And that's essentially going to change. Okay, so the happiness of my slaves basically went from 20% to 30%. Okay.
Yeah, and and that's actually important also to tell about, because you see how your population now, non-slaves now are green, right? Have like green bar.
No, they're all red still.
For the non-slaves.
All right, yeah, for the non-slaves, everyone is like well green, well happy.
Yeah, hover over the green bar.
Okay, 60%. Propaganda broadcasts plus 10, base 50.
Yeah, but it should also say that it gained a modifier for it.
Modifier, base happiness is determined by the faction happiness. Max happiness is limited by the habitability of the planet. They're less productive and cause unrest if they're unhappy.
Yeah, basically, but also, I think it's either this or then it's when it's higher. Basically, the more happy they are, the more productive they are also, and the other way around.
Okay.
This doesn't factor in by slaves because you don't care about them. You force them to work no matter what.
Yep.
If they complain, you punish them.
Fair enough.
Basically. And you can do this you can change the happiness both by this. There's some events. But there's also if you click on your species tab.
The species tab. He mutters to himself. Right, there it is. Yes.
Yes, and then on the top, under the giant picture of the species, this is, by the way, an overview of the Empire species. All species within your Empire.
Yep, fair enough.
And then if you click Set Rights.
Yep, I was looking at that half a second ago.
Yeah, then you can set like a citizenship if they're gonna how you're setting them. If you click on the citizenship, you can see are they castle system, which is basically where they can be enslaved. I would not recommend you to put them on full citizenship before you become before you get another race that you then can have to slave.
Yep.
Because then you cannot have any slaves because only the caste system can have slaves.
Yep.
Standard of living. There's some that is basically able to us, and then some of them who is not able to us, like utopian abundance and the chemical bliss. Chemical bliss is something, if you hover over it, it gives a lot of happiness, but also a lot of negative things.
Yeah, your output for just about everything drops.
Yeah, but that's more if you want like some super heavy population that you just want to kill off without pissing. Oh, sorry, my French there. Anger of the rest of the population of your empire.
Okay.
But you can also see there's happiness, but there's also a consumer good.
Yep.
Which is basically how much the race uses of your resources.
Oh.
So like
that changes per thing as well.
Yeah. So if you give them social welfare, they will be 10% more happy, but they will be 0.5% more wasteful with their products because they're basically getting 0.5% more resources to use.
Yep. Cool. Right.
So that's a way to choose it. If you have a lot of minerals, you can then say, I want to make my population a bit more happy, so they can produce more, and so they are less likely to rebel. Then you also lose more resources.
Yep. Cool. We'll continue this all in the next episode because we are now we've gone. It's fairly long. We've just gone completely over. But that's good. I'm learning lots. My head is spinning. It's going to take some time to digest this. We'll be back next episode. Thank you once again, Roxas, and to everybody else. We will see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.